on The View. So will the show suffer now that she's gone?
Hey, let's find out from two experts. A fair and balanced look now with Jennifer Pozner, Executive Director of Women in Media and News, and entertainment columnist Julia Allison. Julia, first off, why is she leaving?
Well, she had quite a year, and Barbara said it was a volatile year. I think that she is leaving because she is tired of not being the total boss of that show. She is known as a dictator, and she wants her own show.
So we didn't get the truth. They tried to spin Star Jones in our exit, and they tried to, and they spun successfully now.
They are definitely spinning this. I think she's going to have her own show. The word on the street is that Warner Brothers wants her, and she wants to take control. She wants to be the boss.
But Jennifer, I'm confused. Is ABC relieved about her departure or bummed out?
Oh, they would have loved her to stay. She's a cash cow for them. They offered her reportedly $10 million a year for 3 years, and they've invited her back next year to do guest hosting and such. They're sad about it.
So even though she's been a lightning rod and said some very sort of impolitic things, it's good for ratings.
It's good for ratings, but it's also, I would say, as a media critic and as a journalist, it's good for public debate. She was really the lone voice on a network platform, speaking from a feminist point of view and speaking from a progressive point of view. And for that, she got really roundly bashed for it, and it really kind of...
It's just a shame. How could you bash a woman who thinks the 9/11 was an inside job? Where would we get off doing that?
Well, you know, she had a lot of different perspectives, and I think that some of them were problematic. I mean, her Ching Chong Chang
that was
insult,
a dark moment.
That was not great. In fact,
really
you know, especially in light of the recent Don Imus incident, I think you can
she
look
beat
back
Don
at that.
Imus to the
Well, I think you can look back at that and think, why wasn't there more reaction? You know, why wasn't she suspended? Why wasn't she given some sort of...
Because she, unlike Don Imus, she wasn't targeting any particular person.
And also,
Don Imus
only
had victims there.
Don Imus had a 30-year record of doing that kind of thing every single day. It wasn't Don Imus. The thing with Don Imus was a reaction that it was sort of a straw that broke the camel's back.
Quick, the New York Post, right? The New York Post says that she wanted Barbara Walters out. She tried to do it behind the scenes. They wanted to buy out Barbara Walters. True or false?
You know, I don't buy it. No, I think that she actually didn't love the format of the show. I mean, there were 3 other views she had to contend with, and that she actually took it and made it Rosie's show. You know, that was Rosie's show for the last year.
But you know, for the last year, when it became Rosie's show, and I don't disagree, but when it became Rosie's show, it finally became relevant and interesting to people.
Okay, so what's next for The View? Who's going to fill it? Who's going to be the new person? The new Star Jones, the new Rosie, the new lightning rod?
They're saying Ann Coulter actually could be one of them.
Then Ann Coulter will be basically the older sister mentor to Elizabeth Hasselbeck. What I think is the more interesting thing is what's next for Rosie. I'd love to see her have a Bill Maher type nighttime political chat show.
Over on HBO, so she can use the same language she did at the award show in the afternoon on Tuesday with young children.
Jennifer Pozner, Julia Allison, thanks so much for coming in early, guys.
Sure.
Okay, just ahead on Fox and Friends first. Is your dog a sissy? We'll take you to a school that's turning wimpy pooches into